Thank you for visiting the Combs Waterkotte website and our DWI and DWI Manslaughter Lawyer in Missouri website page. Regardless of the crime, we believe everyone is entitled to the best possible legal defense in the state of Missouri. We have created this audio version of our website page to help you better understand our services and protect your future, freedom, and reputation. If you have been charged with DWI manslaughter in the state of Missouri, we can help. Don't face the state and court system alone during your DWI manslaughter charge. Contact one of our Missouri DWI Manslaughter Defense Lawyers today at 314-900. Help to protect your rights and future. Combs Waterkotte is committed to handling all DWI manslaughter defense cases with confidential care and understanding. We are not here to judge you. We believe that everyone in Missouri, regardless of the crime they have been charged with, deserves an aggressive legal defense and to have their legal rights protected. With that being said, let's discuss hiring our DWI Manslaughter Defense Lawyers in Missouri and setting up a free consultation with our attorneys. DWI Manslaughter Lawyer in Missouri. A fatal accident changes lives forever. If you've been charged with causing one while allegedly intoxicated, you're facing more than grief and regret. You're facing a felony conviction, years behind bars, and a permanent stain on your future. At Combs Waterkotte, our St. Louis DWI manslaughter lawyers understand what's at stake, and we fight to protect clients from the worst-case scenario. Whether it's your first DWI or you already have a record, we dig into the facts, expose weaknesses in the state's case, and build a defense that puts the outcome back in your control. DWI/DUI Manslaughter Lawyer. If you've been accused of causing a fatal crash while driving under the influence in Missouri, the consequences are life-altering. Prosecutors are aggressive, the public is unsympathetic, and the law is unforgiving. But being charged is not the same as being convicted. At Combs Waterkotte, we know how to challenge DWI manslaughter accusations and fight for your freedom, your license, and your future. Our St. Louis DWI defense team has decades of experience handling the most serious vehicular charges, including cases involving fatalities. We're ready to stand between you and a long prison sentence. Don't wait to protect yourself. Call 314-900-HELP now, or reach out online to speak with a St. Louis DWI manslaughter attorney who knows how to fight back. What is DWI manslaughter in Missouri? DWI manslaughter is typically charged as involuntary manslaughter in Missouri. Under Missouri Revised Statutes, Section 565.024, you can be charged if you cause a fatal crash while operating a vehicle in an intoxicated condition. The state doesn't need to prove intent, only that you acted with criminal negligence or recklessness while impaired by alcohol or drugs. What are the degrees of involuntary manslaughter in Missouri? Missouri law recognizes two different levels of involuntary manslaughter, and the distinction could determine whether you face 4 years or 15 years behind bars. The difference isn't just legal, it's personal. It comes down to what prosecutors believe was going through your mind at the time of the crash. First-degree involuntary manslaughter. This charge applies when the state claims you acted recklessly, that you knew the risk of driving impaired but got behind the wheel anyway. Even if you didn't mean to hurt anyone, prosecutors argue that you made a conscious choice to endanger others. It's usually charged as a Class C felony, but can be upgraded to a Class B felony in severe cases. Second-degree involuntary manslaughter. This applies when the state alleges criminal negligence, that you should have known your behavior was dangerous, even if you didn't realize it at the time. Think of it as a tragic mistake or a lapse in judgment rather than a willful risk. It's typically a Class E felony, but can rise to a Class D felony depending on the facts. The key difference? First-degree charges suggest you knew the danger but drove anyway. Second-degree charges mean the risk wasn't obvious until it was too late. Either way, your future depends on how your actions are interpreted and whether your lawyer can reframe the narrative before a jury ever hears it. Penalties for DWI manslaughter in Missouri. The penalties for DWI manslaughter vary depending on circumstances like prior convictions, BAC level, and aggravating factors. Typical penalties include Class C felony, 3 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 in fines. Class B felony, 5 to 15 years in prison, used in aggravated DWI manslaughter cases. Class A felony, 10 to 30 years or life for cases involving prior felony DWIs, driving with a suspended license, or multiple fatalities. In addition to prison, a conviction means felony record for life, driver's license revocation, loss of employment and professional licensure, immigration and travel consequences. These are not charges to handle lightly. This is not a traffic ticket. A DWI manslaughter is a serious felony charge that carries long prison terms even for first-time offenders. The sooner you involve a defense attorney with felony DWI/DU experience in St. Louis, the more options you'll have. How prosecutors prove DWI manslaughter in St. Louis, Missouri. To convict you, the prosecution must prove three things. You were operating a motor vehicle. You were in an intoxicated or drugged condition. Your impaired driving directly caused the death of another person. They may use field sobriety tests, breath or blood tests, crash reconstruction, and officer testimony. But all of this evidence can be challenged. Breathalyzers malfunction. Blood samples degrade. Police assumptions are often wrong. You deserve a defense that questions every piece of their case. Defenses to DWI manslaughter charges in St. Louis. No two cases are alike, but our skilled legal team commonly raises DWI defenses such as no proof of impairment. BAC testing may have been flawed, delayed, or unlawfully obtained. No causal link. The prosecution must prove your driving caused the death, not the weather, road conditions, or another driver. Improper police conduct, unlawful stops, failed Miranda warnings, or suppressed evidence may weaken the case. Witness and video evidence. Dashcams or neutral witnesses may contradict the prosecution's narrative. Our defense approach includes consulting accident reconstructionists, toxicologists, and legal experts to dismantle the case from every angle. What it's like to work with Combs Waterkotte on your street, Louis DWI/DUI manslaughter case. When you're accused of causing a fatal accident, the emotional toll is enormous. Fear, shame, and uncertainty all hit at once. At Combs Waterkotte, we don't just defend your legal rights, we walk with you through the entire process. From day one, we listen, explain, and take the time to understand every detail of your story. Clear communication. We return your calls, answer your texts, and keep you in the loop, always. No judgment, ever. We've defended hundreds of clients in your position. We focus on your future, not your past. Realistic strategies. You'll get honest, strategic guidance, not sugarcoating or scare tactics. Respect for your life. We understand what's on the line, including your job, family, license, and reputation, and we act like it. Whether it's working to get your bond reduced, fighting to suppress damaging evidence, or showing the court your full side of the story, we're relentless. When you hire Combs Waterkotte, you get a partner who treats your case like it matters, because to us, it does. Call us now at 314-900-HELP or reach out online to discuss the specifics of your case with an expert St. Louis DWI/DUI Manslaughter Lawyer. How a Combs Waterkotte Street, Louis, Missouri DWI/DUI Manslaughter Lawyer can help. A DWI/DUI manslaughter charge can seriously impact your life. The experienced St. Louis DWI/DUI defense lawyers at Combs Waterkotte quickly investigate your case, review police procedures, and work to uncover mistakes that could benefit your defense. What can happen if you don't hire a DWI/DUI manslaughter lawyer in St. Louis? You risk decades in prison without challenging the state's version of events. Key evidence like dash cams or BAC errors may go unchecked. You could face maximum felony charges without review. Your driver's license could be permanently revoked. You may be pressured into an unfair plea deal. A felony could permanently impact jobs, housing, and custody. Missed deadlines could limit your defense options. Public emotions could outweigh facts in your case. Why choose Combs Waterkotte for a DWI/DUI manslaughter case in St. Louis, Missouri? We are not generalists. Combs Waterkotte is a trial-tested criminal defense firm that takes on the toughest DWI/DUI cases in St. Louis and across Missouri. We've defended clients against charges ranging from first-time DWI/DUI to vehicular manslaughter and felony assault. Our team includes former prosecutors and veteran litigators who know how to challenge the state's tactics and protect your future. We provide expertise with over 10,000 cases handled statewide, a proven track record of getting charges dismissed or reduced, strategic use of experts to counter forensic claims, direct communication, and aggressive advocacy from day one. The resources we use to defend DWI manslaughter charges. Building a successful defense in a DWI/DUI manslaughter case requires more than just legal knowledge. It takes a deep bench of experts, tools, and investigative resources. When the state builds a case against you using every tool at its disposal, you deserve a defense team with even more firepower. That's why Combs Waterkotte is known for out-preparing and outmaneuvering the opposition long before trial ever begins. We leave no angle unexplored. Accident reconstructionists to determine whether your actions actually caused the crash and whether another vehicle, hazard, or driver was responsible. Forensic toxicologists to challenge BAC testing, timing of intoxication, and the reliability of blood or breath results. Private investigators to track down witnesses, recover security camera footage, or uncover favorable facts missed by police. Expert witnesses, including former police officers and field sobriety test trainers who can dismantle faulty DWI procedures in court. Pretrial motion practice. We fight to suppress illegally obtained evidence, block unreliable witness opinions, and limit what the jury can hear. Contact a St. Louis DWI/DUI manslaughter lawyer today. A fatal crash doesn't make you a criminal. If you're facing DWI/DUI manslaughter charges in St. Louis or anywhere in Missouri, contact Combs Waterkotte immediately. The sooner we get involved, the better chance we have of reducing the damage or preventing charges altogether. Call 314-900-HELP or contact us online to schedule a free consultation with a skilled DWI/DUI manslaughter defense attorney today. We're here to help you protect your future and fight for your life.